Thank you all so much for coming back and watching this today. Your girl had a Zoom meeting last night, and I thought the meeting would be minutes, maybe 40 minutes, and it turned into a 3 hour meeting. So that's why I couldn't even jump in and really be like, y'all, I'm not coming. I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't, it was a good mess, but my schedule was thrown off. So that's why I'm here tonight, and I apologize because I really hate when I set up lives and I have to cancel them at the last minute, but I couldn't just drop out of the meeting. I had to be there. So let's get into Queens of R&B, Escape, and SWV. Look, these are two of my favorite girl groups back in the 90s. Um, these ladies are around my age. I was in maybe middle school, high school when they came out. I love Escape. I love SWV. We've seen them with separate reality shows. They were both hits in my eyes. I love their reality shows separately, and now they're together. I'm here for it together. But it's always one apple in the bunch that likes to ruin the bag. That you would think Tasha had the same bank account that Ti and Tiny have, that Candy and Todd have. For someone who and I ain't counting nobody money but my own. For someone who looks like they could use a couple of gigs to make it to retirement, she sure act like she got it all set out. Hey Eric, hey Glenda, thank y'all for coming back. I'm sorry I'm so late. This show is good, it's messy. It does make me upset. I hate nice, nasty attitudes. I heard it's only 6 episodes, so I feel like I ain't got to deal with the nice, nasty for too long. But I would love to see these ladies come back. I feel like this is why Escape couldn't make their first reality show into a season two. It's always somebody, Tasha, messing up the group. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to review both episodes at the same time because who got time to make two different videos? And I'm going to talk about it in Angie's order, not in order of how it was. If you're in the chat and you want to add a comment or a question, please drop it out in there. If you're on the rewatch, please give me your comments and let me know what you thought about the episode. I'm entertained, at least. Let's go ahead and get SWV out the way because right now Coco is not acting up. Coco is on her best behavior. SWV said, look, we ain't got to like each other, but we here for the bag. We here for the check. So Coco is behaving right now. So let's get SWV out the way because they don't have any drama. Let's start with my favorite. I always love Lily. She just seemed like the type of lady you could walk up to and just have a conversation. She reminds me of my mother, like a friendly lady, someone who, if we hanging out, I'm sure I would have a good time with Lily. So I really just like Lily. She had a scene with her sister, and they were talking about, and a lot of this is a refresher because, like I said, maybe some of you all haven't watched their separate reality shows, but I have. I watched everything SWV, Escape, those things they used to have on TV One. What's it called? Unsung. I've heard their stories before. So I know Lily's position. Like Lily, um, well, all of them grew up in New York. None of them came from money. But Lily had a little bit more of a struggle than the others. We learned this time the first thing she purchased was a bed. I just love the interaction of Lily and her sister. It was a cute, fun time. Reality TV doesn't always have to be messy. Reality TV doesn't always have to be nice, nasty. It doesn't have to be fights to still be entertaining. So I really enjoyed that segment with Lily. I enjoyed the segment with Taj and her husband. Her son has gotten so big, so tall, and it's like Taj's twin. Like, Eric, where were you? Where were you, Eric? That little boy looked like he just took Taj's face and put it on his face. Like, they look just alike. I love her family. I love how they greeted her at the door and embraced her, and they missed her and they loved on her when she first got there. Taj, I know what senior year is. And I wasn't even, I was in the house. I wasn't even on the road or anything. I know those memories of This the last year in high school. This the last first day of school picture. This the last football season. This like it's emotional. It was a really emotional year. I was in my feelings. So I understand what you're going through, Taj, but you also get into the bag. But please, I know you will. Just soak in all those senior year memories that you can, because it's a beautiful time. And I relate to that because I only have one son. So it's like that's it. Now he off in college and he didn't even come home for spring break, y'all. My feelings was hurt. But I understand how it is, young adults want to have fun. They don't want to come home and sit in the house and listen to their mama mouth. So I guess I'll see them at the end of the school year. But anyway, enough about me and Taj and our empty nest feelings. Coco, I did learn a little bit more about Coco. I did not know, and that's just something I did not know she had an older son. I knew she had that one son that looks just like her. He can sing. He was on Taco Tuesday, I think, singing an SWV song. He has a lovely voice. But I didn't know about her older son. I'm not into emo rap. I don't even know what emo rap is. So I wouldn't be familiar, but shout out to him and his over a million followers. I want to talk about Taj and her mother, because not Taj, we talking about Coco. Coco and her mother. I don't think I recall. I feel like I've seen her mother before. I just don't recall her. I would love to hear her sing, because if Coco got her voice from her mama, I want to hear what the mama sound like. But Coco is giving me Tasha, but 10 years earlier. Like, I feel like Tasha and Coco kind of went down the same road, where a little bit different, because Coco was the lead singer of SWV, or she is. Not saying the other two can't sing, but she was the lead voice of that group. And Coco can sing down. We all know this. But I found it weird that the mama didn't know she was doing secular music. And like Coco said, she never listened to R&B until she got old enough to hear her friends, play R&B records. And then her mama was one of those beating the Bible in her face about the secular music until she got a car, and then it was all good. Go ahead and sing, girl. Get me a house too. You know how that goes. And I was listening to Bondi Blue. I love Bondi. Shout out to her. And she brought up a point that I just thought, I had never thought of it that way before. And she was like, if you can be bought, why are you doing all this talking? And that made so much sense to me, because it's like, parents, you don't know the damage you do to your children, where you constantly beating them down with using certain scriptures to your benefit, making them, trying to mold them and make them into this little Christian box person that you want them to be, instead of letting them find their spirituality on their own and you just introducing it to them. But that's a whole nother subject. But the constant, like, you ain't this ain't the way, you're going to hell for singing the sex music. But then as soon as I get you a car, the gospel changed. It's like, oh, God will forgive you because you bought me a car. And I just feel like, if your religion has a price tag, do you really have religion? And I'm gonna leave that there, because I feel like that's too deep of a question to dig into. But I do really feel that way. Like, if you have a price for what you believe in, do you really believe in it? Because it's certain things that I believe strongly. It don't matter what you put in my face. You can't make me not believe what I believe. I really feel like we should love our children, guide them right and wrong, introduce them to traditions and beliefs that you have, but let them live their life. Let them live their life. Let them sing what they want to sing. Let them love who they want to love. And don't put a price tag on their love. Like, if Coco would have never made it, would you have constantly been beating her in the head with a Bible? That's what I told you. I told you you ain't never gonna make it no way. Like, I don't think parents really realize the damage they do to children under the guise of this is from the Bible or this is all for God. But because we gonna see Tasha and Tamika mama do the exact same thing, but in a different way. She using religious manipulation, but we gonna get to them in a second. But Taj, that was however many years ago, and that's you and your mama's story, and I ain't really gonna dig into that too much. But Bondi had brought that up, and it really made me think about it. So shout out to I keep calling her Taj. I think I just like saying Taj. I think she has a really cool name. But Coco, shout out to you, Coco. You still one of my favorite lead singers of all time. I mean, Coco just sings for me. I love it. But anyway, let's jump over to Escape. Because again, SWV acting correct right now. They giving us good, friendly, fun reality TV. Escape is giving us the drama. So the episode opens. Does it open with Candy eating the chicken wings? Or was that later? I saw Candy with the wings, and the first two things I thought about was them wings look good. I'm always watching TV hungry. I was like, them wings look good. And then I'm like, Candy is always eating chicken on TV. On Roa. It don't matter what show Candy on, she is tearing up some wings. Shout out to Candy and her wings. But anyway, the opening thing, it opened up with Candy playing unheard music of hers and Tiny's and all of that. I really love Candy as a writer. Some of the songs she was playing I thought were cute, and I was like, I want it, especially that Tiny song. I was like, this sound cute. Go ahead and get that to somebody. But some people like to write their own, but somebody out there need a cute little song. Candy, try to sell some of those. Those sound good. But Tamika comes in, and is this when Tamika come in? And we know it's some friction amongst the sisters. And the sisters have to talk because Tasha feels like Tamika body shamed her. Y'all watch the show. I really don't feel like talking this scenario out again because Lord have mercy. It's so dumb that it's dumb. Like, I wouldn't even fall out with an associate over what Tasha and Tamika have fallen out over. Like, it's so light. And Tasha, one of my friends, Charles. Charles sent me the interview, or not really the interview, but the clip of Tamika and her two daughters explaining what happened at the Lovers and Friends concert. So apparently it was some shooting. People don't know how to act at these festivals, and I love going to a good festival, but people don't know how to act. So it was some shooting. So their set got shut down early. And Tiny and Tasha could get in their dressing room, but Candy and Tamika could not. Their rooms were locked. They said millions of people from the show came to try to help them unlock their room, but no success. And I guess it took them over an hour to get in there. Now, this is what made Tamika upset. She wasn't even talking to her sister. Apparently, Tasha's personal assistant is Escape's road manager. And this is where I feel like all of you ladies, Tamika, Candy, Tiny, continuously keep bumping your head. Y'all have been falling out with Tasha over people that's in her circle that you all keep employing. I mean, I understand. Ain't none of y'all got a personal assistant that could be a road manager. It seemed like is Tasha just the HR of the group? She in charge of hiring everybody? Because it seems like Tasha and Rocky put all the people of the group in employment, and it's their friends, their staff, but they don't never do their job correctly. And it's like, how many times are y'all gonna keep bumping y'all head against the, oh, this was Tasha's recommendation. This was Tasha's friend. This was Tasha's husband. Quit hiring Tasha's people. Quit being cheap. Go on out there and pay a real road manager. Or at least let it be somebody y'all know, because everybody that Tasha knows F's up the job. So Tamika wasn't really pissed that her sister left. She felt a certain way, but she said in the group text, she was texting the road manager. Like, that's your job, to manage us on the road. And if I can't get in my dressing room, you don't leave the event until I get in my dressing room. That's your job. So she was upset that the road manager left, because that's also Tasha's personal assistant, left when Tasha and her crew left. And so, can we start at the beginning of this? Tasha was the one who started with the kiss my ass. Kiss my ass is another way of saying F you, forget you, I ain't thinking about nothing you saying, I'm ending this conversation, what you're saying isn't that important to me, kiss my ass. We aren't going to start there, Tasha. You aren't going to start that. You initiated the disrespect first. So when your sister responds, if you had an ass to kiss, you wouldn't have had an opportunity to catch a bullet of feelings, because you were in your feelings, because you didn't enhance your ass, or maybe you feel a certain way about your ass, but you entitled to your feelings, but you wouldn't have caught that bullet of feelings if you would have never said, kiss my ass. If you would have stayed out of the issue between artist and road manager, you wouldn't have ever felt body shamed. So why is it that Tamika has to apologize for body shaming you? Because Tamika said in the clip that it wasn't a part of the edit, but she did apologize. Why does she have to apologize when you started it? You loaded the gun. I hate when people, and I forgot who said that. Was it Ayanla? It sounds like some wisdom Ayanla was said. Let's start at the beginning. Let's not start in the middle where your feelings got hurt. Let's start at the beginning when you said kiss my ass. But anyway, so that's why there's issues in the group, because Tasha feels body shamed, and it's complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit to me. And I'm gonna get to it in a minute, because I ain't about to talk too long. I just can't stand the nasty energy. And it's amazing how her nastiness and her misery, it's like coming through the television screen. It's like you just look so unhappy. For you to have everything you've ever dreamed of, you got your second opportunity at a solo career. You not happy because you know you did some snake shit to get it. But we ain't got to episode 2 yet. Let's move on. All the ladies meet up for a luncheon to discuss a joint SWV escape tour. And ladies, let me just tell y'all from somebody who was ready to give y'all some coins. I was going to pay a good $200, $250 for some good floor seats to come see y'all. Y'all left the bag on the table because Tasha felt body shamed. We all know it's because Tasha want to be solo. We all know it's some bullshit behind why Tasha is screwing up everyone else's bag. Y'all should have really just went on tour without her. I don't know why y'all don't kick her out the group by now and keep this train a rolling. I mean, I think Candy and Tiny really don't care. This just some shopping money for them. No, it's more than the money for Candy and Tiny. I think they really enjoy being on stage with their group, and I think they really enjoy they're artists, they're entertainers at the heart of everything. I think they really enjoy it. They don't need the money, where I think Tamika and Tasha could use a little bit of, I ain't saying they broke, because they all look like they have beautiful cars, beautiful homes. I'm not saying they're broke. I'm just saying it seems like they could use a little bit more cushion, but I'm gonna leave it at that because I hate reading other people's bank accounts. But let's move on. So everyone, the energy, everyone was smiling, laughing, happy, talking. Everyone was getting along until Misery came in. And Misery loves company. So Tasha walked in the door and sucked all the positive energy out of everyone, out of the room. It's amazing how one miserable person can suck all of the fun, happy energy out of a space. And that's exactly what happened. Everyone spoke to Tasha. She didn't speak to nobody. She's like, hey, let me wear my seat. I gotta sit right here. Okay, I gotta sit by my sister. All right. Like it was so nasty. It was so nasty, and I hated to see it. And her sister came in and was like, "Hey, girl, you look cute," and she was like, She couldn't be bothered. Like you can't even take. I'm gonna start fast forwarding her ass. I'm gonna start hitting the fast forward because I can't stand the nasty attitude. But anyway, Lily told him like, "Look, y'all need to grow up. This is dumb." And Tasha was like, "I can't talk about no tour until we fix some issues that's going on in the group." Girl, you are the issue in the group. I wish they would all pull a what they the Temptations where they kicked David Ruffin out. They need to go ahead and lock the door. They should have locked the restaurant door and slid Tasha's thank you for your services papers right on underneath the door. And be like, girl, go ahead, sing solo. Go on, sing for them people in the church all you want to, but you ain't got to come back over here with Escape. We good. Because I went to the Escape concert with the three. Tasha wasn't there. And her sister can sing all of her parts. And Tamika can sing. Tamika can sing. I feel like because I saw them on tour maybe right after this reality show was shot. So I can chalk up, because I told y'all, if y'all don't remember, go back and watch my R&B Explosion tour, like story time, where I said Tamika got really emotional on stage when they start singing Understanding. So she ain't hit all the high notes like I thought she could hit them. But I think it was the emotions. So I'm going to chalk that up to emotions. But other than that, they don't need Tasha on that stage to sing Nan's song. Tamika could hit every run. They can handle it. They can handle it. But I now understand the emotions behind that concert. I really do. But let's keep it a fast forwarding, because nice nasty, just nice nasty all at the lunch. She couldn't even eat her food happy, but let's move on. The next big scene, let's just fast forward to the end so we can get on to episode 2. The mother says, y'all need to work this out. Probably because y'all paying, shut up, Angie. Allegedly, my guess is y'all paying the mortgage for your mama to stay up in the house she's staying in. And your mama like, y'all need to go ahead and get back on tour because I ain't moving. Allegedly. I'm just being shady, but that's what I think. So they come over there and, Tamika prepping us in the car that, Tasha is the favorite and we're going to see what mama got to say about this. We get there. It's amazing when she's in front of her mother. Hey, girl, give me a hug, girl. We sisters, we family. And I'm like, I don't like when people do that to me. That's a trigger for me. Don't act one way over here and another way over here. I would have cussed my sister out. No, I probably wouldn't have cussed my sister out, but it would have been some emotions. It would have been some words, because you ain't gonna act like you wasn't a complete bitch to me at the restaurant, and now that you in front of your mother, you want to act like I'm the problem. Okay. Okay. So she brought up in front of the mother the body shaming thing, and then Tamika is starting to explain herself, and the mother mouths to Tasha, she jealous. And as soon as I saw the mother do that, I was over it. I said, okay, I already see what's going on. This is a lifetime of emotional manipulation and abuse. And I feel like, Mom, you use the scripture to manipulate these children. I feel like, because see, if I remember to a unsung, And they did Unsung probably over a decade ago, where Tamika said, everyone always said when we were growing up in the church, Tasha was the voice. Tasha can sing. And she said, but now I could sing Miss Thing under the table. So I feel like Tamika probably has heard her entire life that Tasha is the star. Tasha is the voice. She's the singer. Just be happy your sister let you be in the group. I really feel like, even though we know Tamika can sing, I really feel like that's what the people have been telling her. And that's why she's constantly fighting her sister's battles, because she feel like if her sister ain't in the group, maybe I can't be in the group. I don't know. I mean, I grew up with, our family slogan, family over everything. That means over everything, I got my family's back. I got my sister's back. But I also let my sister fight her own battles. I let her fight her own battles. But my sister knows all she got to do is tag me in, and it's on and popping. It's on and popping. But I don't, because, Tamika was talking about she almost went to jail. And then let's get to the stealing of the money. I believe everything that Tamika said. Because number one, nobody's that good of an actor. Nobody. The one who was acting was Tasha. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I stole your money? Mm-hmm. That's not how people react to a lie, because I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just me. All people aren't the same. But when people lie on me, I am very emotional. And I will cuss your ass out. I don't sit back and just be like, oh, okay, I stole your money. Oh, okay. No, I'm like, bitch, I ain't stole none of your money. What the fuck? And then I'm showing receipts. Because one thing you're not going to accuse me of is stealing money from you. And the dirtiest part of it, Tamika said, and I think we heard the mama say this on camera too. Well, maybe you don't know what she needed the money for. And she was like, I was pregnant at the time and had a daughter in college. You really think Tasha needed the money more than me? But see, the husband looks like the snake. And they already said Tasha don't know how to say nothing unless her brain speaks first. And then the editors, Tasha, production getting ready to do you the same way they did Robin Dixon and Ashley and all them over there on Potomac. They getting ready to embarrass you with this edit. Because as soon as Candy and them said, oh, well, she can't make no decision till her brain tell her what to say, they got your husband in a confessional where they asking you a question, and here come your husband whispering in your ear, and the producers are like, he probably telling her what to say. And I would feel bad for you, Tasha. I would feel bad for you, because I feel like the same manipulation and emotional abuse that you and your mama throw down on your sister is the same manipulation and emotional abuse that your husband throw down upon you. I feel like it's the same. Because wait till we get there. Let's stick to the money. So they end up going outside. This is the beginning of episode 2. And you can hear them. You can hear Tasha still saying, Mama, stop it. They stole my money. And the mama is more concerned with the cameras being in her home than the emotions of her daughter. Because the mama is the one that lets me know that it's the truth. Now, I'm still going to say allegedly, because I don't know. I wasn't there. But the mother saying, I can't believe you would come in my house and say this, lets me know she's not upset that Rocky and Tasha allegedly stole Tamika's money. She's just upset that Tamika came on camera and aired this out. Because Tasha's her favorite. Now, why is Tasha her favorite? I don't know. Maybe because Tasha looks exactly like her and her mother are twins. Maybe. I don't know. I only have one child, so I feel like that's the good part. I can have a favorite because I only got one. But I just can't imagine, like, my mom is me and my sister. She doesn't have a favorite. Now, maybe right now my sister might be the favorite because, her and my mother have found this new love of plants, and would I be watching YouTube videos on how to grow certain plants and which ones to buy? And my mama be trying to talk to me about it. I'm like, oh, call my sister because I don't care nothing about these plants. But and she be trying to give me plants. Oh, you want to take one of these? I'm like, because I ain't gonna water it, feed it, nothing. I don't care nothing about these plants. So maybe my sister's the favorite right now, but no, it's just I didn't like seeing that. Like I feel bad for Tamika because I feel like Tamika would have rolled with her sister to the end of this life until she saw her sister do some snake shit to her. She saw her sister steal money from her. And Candy explained it because I seen the clips of Candy saying all of them had each other's personal information to do personal transactions because they was trying to keep the business moving. I ain't giving nobody my personal information. I'm sorry. But anyway, you know that back in the 90s, people weren't doing all that, identity theft, and it wasn't all that, I guess. I don't know. But I can see sisters being that way. And I can see it's easy to steal somebody's check. All you got to do is forge their signature on the back and sign it over to yourself and deposit it. Half the time, the banks really don't care. They just care about the signature of the person who's putting it in their account. So, and then the saddest part is, because I know Tamika probably called them out on this, I would think a loving sister will be like, damn, I know my husband did that to you. Let me cut you a check. Here your 30K right here. I ain't even know. Or something. Or be like, damn, sis, even if she was in on it, damn, sis, I'm sorry I did that to you. I really need the money at the time. But here, Tamika was like, they never paid her back. And she had to pay the taxes on the royalties. It's giving me a vibe of these sisters have been falling out for a while, probably since that whole situation. They probably haven't been as close. Tamika probably, and it kind of gives me a vibe. Maybe that's the time Tamika kind of made up with Candy and kind of got the group back together, because that was about 8-9 years ago. And maybe she said, man, I done fucked up this group for my sister, and my sister did some snake shit to me. Let me kind of apologize to Candy and get the group. I can see how I can see how it's all falling into place. Shame on you, Tasha, allegedly, but shame on you. But anyway, let's move on. So the next day, everybody meets up somewhere. I think that's when we saw Candy eating them chicken wings when they met up. Them wings look good, and I'm hungry. Y'all done just got off work. I'm so hungry. But moving on. And side note, y'all know Wingstop got some new wing flavors, and usually Friday is my wing day. And every day I'm thinking about these new wings I'm gonna get Friday. I can't wait. But let's move on. Don't pay me no attention, y'all. I'm hungry. Oh, you met Tasha a couple of weeks ago, and she was actually nice, but I know she's messy. You got to be nice when you presenting yourself out to the world as a gospel artist. Like, I don't see how people can watch this show and be like, oh yeah, praise the Lord. But don't go there, Angie. Don't go there, Angie. Let's keep it to the subject. Where were we at? The message of the mama. The mama left Tasha the nastiest message. Tamika, I see where Tasha get it from. She gonna tell her, you don't got enough God in you to humble yourself and listen to your sister. Using the Lord again. And then she gonna tell her, if you touch her, I'm whooping your ass. I don't like to tell anybody to walk away from their family, but I feel like the healthiest thing Tamika can do for her sanity, for her mental health, is to walk away from her sister and her mama. Walk away. But see, you've been so embedded with this, humble yourself. This isn't of God. When everything your mama and your sister doing is not of the Lord. But see, they're manipulating you to think, oh, it's family over everything. Oh, your sister might have needed the money more. Yeah, she stole it, but you don't know. Forgive. Look, you telling her she needs to gain more religion so she can accept somebody stealing $30,000 instead of the person who stole asking for the forgiveness and giving her money back. Hey, Charles. That really pissed me off. Like, I really hope, and I know I could just, in the message that Tamika that I saw today, it sounds like she ain't ready to step away from that family. That family still got a hold on her. Oh, but they need them some Ayanla. Tamika, I want you to get some Ayanla and just say, it's okay. You got your own little family. Cling to them. Because that mama and that sister, mess. Tamika does need to whoop her ass, period. But it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it. She needs to distance. I'm telling you, they need to fire her from the group. Go ahead and slip her little pink notice on under the door. Fire her from the group. And so the whole time, the best part of this show is Candy's face. Because I'm a little bit of Candy and I'm a little bit of Tiny. Candy, you could tell Candy and Tasha is oil and water. They ain't never got along. So Candy listening to Tamika go through the same bullshit that Tasha probably put Candy through. Candy is there like, I told y'all ain't listen. Candy's face has me cracking up. And then I'm also a little bit of Tiny because I'm that friend you can't sit next to. Because if you over there cutting up with the faces, I'm over here cracking up laughing, and you sitting here trying to be serious. But we over to the side cutting up. And I know Tiny is laughing at Candy because she understands everything Candy is saying with those facial expressions. But Tamika poured her heart out. Escape is a mess. It's a mess. But anyway, that mama deserves her ass cussed out too. Agreed. They are that's gaslighting 101. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hate to see it. I really hate to see it from a mother. I really hated to see it from a mother. Tasha, you can explain away being brainwashed by her husband, but I really feel like they've been gaslighting and manipulating and emotionally abusing Tamika probably her whole life. Probably her whole life. And that's why she can't break away from it, because that's probably all she knows. But anyway, let's move on. Tiny had a cute family scene. I love her daughter. She is just so cute, talented little girl. They making smoothies and stuff like that. It was cute seeing Tiny's family. Candy showed her family. Everybody had a cute little family moment. Little Ace, little Blaze, they making pizza, and then Todd broke down the truth. Oh, girl is jealous of you. She was supposed to be the Beyonce. Somebody told her she was Beyonce, and she didn't end up being Kelly or Michelle. She ended up being Latavia. Is Latavia the one that had to get her luggage at the airport? I don't know. Which one had to get their luggage mailed to them? You let your husband pump your head up. You've been with this man 20 years. Oh, and then Tasha gonna tell everybody she met her husband when she had a man, and her husband walked up to this man saying, we ain't had sex yet, but she gonna be my girl, so you might as well leave her now. Look, Tasha, any man that can walk up and disrespect another man's relationship in that way tells me that man you had really didn't want you no way. If he was like, cool, you can have her, he really didn't want you anyway. But anyway, And then Tasha talks about in the climate of where you know where R. Kelly stands. And you know everybody is like, people knew everybody needs to be in jail with him. And people knew what he was doing. People was helping him. In that whole climate of the surviving R. Kelly, you want to get on TV and be like, yeah, my husband was his bodyguard, his security. Security is the main one bringing the girls in the room, allegedly. Allegedly, I don't know. I wasn't on R. Kelly's team. But when you think about teams and when you think about, you know, how back in the day it was security pointing out the crowd, he wants you, he wants you, he wants you, come on through. I didn't know that about Rocky, and I feel like I would, if I was a wife, I wouldn't want people to know that about my husband. Just know he my manager. We ain't got to know where he started. Think. Right. Security is the one saying, oh, he like you. Come on, back to the room. Allegedly. Now, I ain't saying none of this is fact because please don't come from my little YouTube channel. I love it a lot. That just wasn't, he wasn't in the confessional that day. I know when he got home Sunday night and saw you putting his business in the street, I know he cussed your ass out, Tasha. I know he did. Tasha used to be the fat girl, so she an easy target for scamming ass niggas. That's not true. Cause I've always been the plus size chubby fat girl, and I ain't no easy target. She's an easy target because she allows her esteem is low because of her size. She was an easy target because she ain't had no esteem, because she think it's cute for a man to be like, oh, that's your girl, but I'm gonna take her. No, that mean that man ain't never wanted you. She has very low self-esteem. It's very clear that you've allowed this man to be your manager for 20 years, but what has he done for you? Not even what has he done for you lately. What has he done for you, period? I can't recall a single. And Candy said this. She said, Tasha waits for Escape to get momentum. And as soon as Escape get a little bit of momentum, she wants to go solo. And look what she doing. But now, since you probably 50 and ain't nobody trying to see you shake your ass or do the R&B pop thing, now you want to go to church. I'm too old to be singing R&B. Let me go to the church people. You know they kind of like nice nasty over there. Angie, shut up. Let's move on. Where was I at? Because I done went off on a tangent because Tasha had kind of pissed me off a little bit. Oh, Todd called it out that Tasha is jealous of Candy because Candy has the career that Rocky told Tasha she was supposed to have. But Tasha, if you were the it girl, you would have popped. What does Candy being over on Columbia having a solo deal have to do with Jermaine Dupri as So Def putting your album on the shelf? Nothing. And let me tell you a little bit something like this. Tasha, you can sing. Everybody, I feel like every lady in Escape can sing. All of them could have went solo if they had the right magic of songs or whatever. But the thing about Candy in the group, because look, I ain't the one to be spinning Candy records every day anyway. But no shade to Candy. But the thing about Candy when it comes to Escape, she has a tone that's really unique. Candy can sing that tenor, like every man wants a woman, but then she can also hit them whistle notes where she be like, oh, you know, an understanding. So Candy has a very unique voice, kind of like T-Boz with TLC. Like she ain't the best vocalist, but her voice is so unique on songs that it makes the song a hit. It's like the it factor for the song. T-Boz's tone, Candy's tone. That's why Candy probably sang a lot of leads, because she has a tone that's different than just the girl in the church choir. Everybody in the church can do those theatrics, but Candy has a unique tone. So I feel like you were jealous of that from Candy. And I also feel like Candy made her success with Tiny songwriting and now producing and now being on reality television. You had those same opportunities. Why hasn't your husband got you a songwriting deal? Like, why haven't, okay, maybe you can't do it in front of the camera. Why aren't you at the piano writing a couple of tunes? Charles, I'm not going to put that up there because that's not nice. But I really believe, because I listen to Escape a lot, and Candy has a beautiful, unique tone of voice that makes songs pop differently than the church girl running all up and down the alphabet of scales. Anyway, let me get off of that. How did the episode end? Because I'm tired of Tasha and all of them. And I done forgot how the episode ended. Oh, so they have a meeting, and at the mama house, you was ready to hug, but now you back over here at Tiny House. You got to go get in your prayer closet and see if you can get a new manager or not. I don't understand why y'all keep allowing Tasha's friends to be a part of y'all management. It's like y'all ain't learned shit in 20 years. Candy, Tiny, I know y'all know better management. I know y'all know it. And I feel like Slick, Candy and Tiny, y'all allow Tasha to control the management of the group so y'all can have an easy escape. So y'all can be like, see, Tasha management fucking up, we out. I don't know. I don't understand why. I just don't understand it. But let's move on from that. So she got to get in her prayer closet to see if they can get new management. But she done went off to Nashville to meet up with Motown Gospel for a solo record. It's very clear they think it's a good opportunity to give her one. Tasha can sing. We ain't gonna take that from her. I don't see no holiness in her, but hey, y'all, people just gotta sing a couple of church hymns and we gonna give them a record deal, whatever. Because it ain't supposed to be about singing the church songs. You're supposed to have a spirit of saving souls. It's a lot of people in this world that can do all the theatrics of the Clark sisters and, the Hammonds, Marvin Sapp, all of them. It's a lot of people that can sing, but do they have a spirit of wanting to save souls? That's what gospel music is about. But hey, Motown is probably like, look, you're on a popular reality show. Why not? Why not let you make a couple of church songs? Let's see. Church people love to have celebrities in the building. You might sell a couple of spins or streams. I don't know. I ain't listening to the. I listened to it a little bit because I saw a little video in the wedding dress, and skip, fast forward. No, ma'am. Go back to the studio. Hire Candy. I really feel like you all are more successful together than apart. But Tasha, after 20 years, you still don't get it. Well, that's the end of the episode because I don't forgot what else happened. So we got 4 more weeks to let Tasha and them be messy. I think next week Coco gonna cut up a little bit. I'm looking forward to it because Coco says she ain't opening for nobody. And I don't blame you, Coco. SWV is the bigger group, and I said it. Now, that's not saying they should co-headline, but SWV should go last. They're the bigger group. They have more hits to me. But I'm tired of Tasha being nice. Ooh, imagine church, because Coco was a church singer too. And I actually like Coco's gospel album. But Imagine two nice, nasty church sisters going at it. I want to see that. I'm ready for Coco to cut up a little bit. So that's next week, you all. I'll be back. Again, I apologize for being late for the review this week, but I had a meeting yesterday, so I had to push the review to today. Hopefully these will be on Mondays since the show comes on Sunday night. I hope to have the reviews up Monday. And we're going to have a good time with the Queens of R&B. And the sad part of all of this, you ladies are reality television gold. Even without the mess, you ladies have 7 personalities that make great television. And because one person just has to want to try to be Beyonce so bad, we probably not even going to get a season 2. But anyway, I see y'all next Monday for the next review of Queens of R&B. But you can always find me at Kiss My Cheeks TV talking about something. Up next, I'm about to get into the challenge real quick, and then I'm about to go make myself some dinner because I'm hungry. But y'all have a good night, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're on the rewatch, get in the comments and let me know what you thought about the episode. Y'all have a good night. Bye.